Kashmir, a piece of land, sometime known for its beauty, now the valley of death and destructions. Kashmir is fought for their freedom relentlessly for years, from Mughals to Dogras. And after 1947, it flanges core dispute between India and Pakistan. Every time Kashmir fought their freedom, it will exist. This time, the man of our who joining us is one of the important voice and former union minister, and he has a great understanding of Kashmir history, Mr. Professor Saifuddin Soz. Right from beginning, Kashmir prehistoric roots to Kashmir, the way forward. You have mentioned all these things in your book, from beauty, death and destructions, oppression. How you can describe Kashmir in a single word as a view of all of these?
See, it's very difficult. Kashmir is a situation, very long situation. How can I describe Kashmir, I say briefly? But I can tell you that this beautiful land is facing a situation of turmoil, death and destruction for a long time. This kind of armed struggle on the one hand, and India and Pakistan in animosity. So Kashmir is paying the highest price. And no patch of land in the world has recorded deaths in this number as this patch. Kashmir Valley is just on average 82 miles long and 24 miles wide. And this patch of land has recorded, as far as my study goes, the greatest, say, per square kilometer, per square mile, deaths in the world. So I was comparing Palestine with Kashmir. Palestinians' death on the side of Palestine is 28,000 people, both boys, girls, men and women. Kashmir is, even the government, accepted a record, say around 10 years before, they said 45,000 people had been killed. But the people of Kashmir together say it was more than 70,000 killed in crossfire, with the firing from forces, mostly by that, and then firing by the militants also. So this is the highest number of deaths occurring on any patch of land in the world. This is a broad, understanding, perception in my mind. I will invest time to understand why do we stand as per the killings recorded in the world are concerned. In fact, I'm in touch with a scholar of conflict situations who is a Spanish, Johan Jaltung. He lives in Spain and he has written on Kashmir. He is world authority on conflict resolution. He feels sad that people in Kashmir, innocent people get killed because nobody tries to reach the minds of the people. They are lumped together as terrorists. And I have very great objection to that. So has the General Huda, who retired at a very high position in the Indian Army. He wants to kill terrorism. He doesn't want the present general or para forces to kill terrorists because they have some difficulty in mind, they have unease in mind, they want to say something, and the system doesn't try to reach their minds. The system will also pay the price.
Another thing, as you mentioned in your book, as autocratic rulers from Mughals to Dogras. What about the current rulers? How you can differentiate the current rulers and then?
No, the current rule is, it has semblance of democracy because people are getting elected. Kashmiris vote, the assembly. The assembly chooses a political party to rule. It's like that.
The movement of 1938, when takes up, changed Muslim conference to the national conference, because to hold the regional harmony. If we talk about today's politics, whether it is a separatist or it is a mainstream, they are doing sectarian politics. What is the consequence of that, and how much it is dangerous for our future?
No, Sheikh Muhammad Abdullah converted Muslim conference, international conference for good reasons in 1938. I feel convinced he was right that time. Because so if Kashmiris were feeling miserable, so were people in Chenab Valley, so were people in Rajuri, Punch area, so were people in Jammu, the peasantry and common people. Dogra aristocracy is one thing, but the people living in Jammu, in that whole region, had similar problems. So he wasn't wrong to speak for Jammu and Kashmir. It is because Jammu has not fallen in line with Kashmir. Even on 35A yesterday, the Bar Association of Jammu was divided. What is the division? Because 35A gives special powers on property, employment, promotion, equally to every citizen in Jammu and Kashmir. So why doesn't Jammu? Jammu doesn't support whole-heart, because part of Jammu is RSS, part of Jammu is BJP. Jammu started with Praja Parishad, sectarian, communal politics. It was open situation.
The Sheikh Saab first comprehensive speech after constituting the assembly, the new vision of the Naya Kashmir. Can we say that today's Kashmir is the same Kashmir as the Sheikh Saab dreamed it?
You see, ultimately he will be proved correct on many things. He was a great warrior. We may differ with him. Youngsters with guns or without guns have not studied their history minutely. And if they study, they will come to an understanding with Sheikh Muhammad Abdullah, who fought a battle. We may not agree 100% with him, but he was a fighter for Kashmiris. Now that requires a very long distance in explaining to the youngsters the dimensions of his movement. But here and now he is no more in this world. His legacy may be partly inherited by National Conference. Do they have that vision? Do they have that vigor? He was all by himself, a one-man army. With all his ailings, he was somewhat different from all of us.
I quote Ache Chinar that what he said that Zahid Tang Nazri ne mujhe kafir jana, kafir समझते हैं कि मुसलमान हूँ मैं.
Zahid Tang Nazar ne mujhe kafir jana, और काफिर ये समझता है कि मुसलमान हूँ मैं. That was very much true about him, because Delhi never understood what he was talking to the people.
Sir, as per New Delhi is concerned, has find some seriousness to resolve the Kashmir issue.
Oh, see, present dispensation India is not attuned to Kashmir. They don't understand a bit. They want to win election by hook or by crook. That is their philosophy. Kashmir question wants minute attention from Delhi and even from Pakistan, because between India and Pakistan is animosity, and Kashmiris are paying the price. So it will take time for Delhi to understand. So therefore, I would say that there should be a powerful democratic movement in Kashmir, so that you talk and the talk travels.
The role of Pakistan, whether it is the invaders' raid or as you have mentioned in your book, said that Sardar Patel, who offered Kashmir to Pakistan instead of the Hyderabad, but the Liaquat Ali Khan said that we cannot give up the Hyderabad in sake of the rocks of Kashmir. What's your opinion? Can you say every time they proved as opportunist?
I must tell you that you have read the book and it is a long canvas, not possible to develop everything. But I am the author, I know everything. The point is that if anybody went wrong in history, is Liaquat Ali Khan. He never knew history, he never knew geography. It is his own minister, Shaukat Hayat Khan, says, and many people now say that Liaquat Ali Khan was not well read in history, was not well read in geography. He insisted Hyderabad, Deccan, Mountbatten. You see, perhaps for the first time I told my readers, nobody focused on it. When the Indian army landed in Kashmir, the same evening Mountbatten was in Lahore for a dinner meeting with Liaquat Ali Khan, offering Kashmir to him on behalf of Iron Man of India, Sardar Patel. And Mountbatten had a good equation with Sardar Patel rather than with Jawaharlal Nehru. So that's a separate chapter, but the Mountbatten offered Kashmir to Liaquat Ali Khan, but he insisted Hyderabad Deccan. Mountbatten said, it is not connected with you by rail, by road, what are you talking? See the geography. But Liaquat Ali Khan couldn't make up his mind. And long after Bhattu told his Jirga at Landi Kotal, telling those semi-Pathans and others, maybe they were not well read, but he explained to them. Pakistan, meaning Liaquat Ali Khan, insisted on Hyderabad Deccan. Now his hands remained empty, neither Hyderabad Deccan, nor Junagadh, nor Kashmir.
If we talk about the role of India and Pakistan, several bilateral talks has been held so far, whether it is the Mali between Nawaz Sharif and I.K. Gujral, or Parvez Musharraf, Vajpayee ji, and Manmohan Singh, or it is the backdoor diplomats like Satish Lamba or Tariq Aziz Sahab. So somehow they are come close to the conclusion of the issue, but every time they take their political mileage. Can we say that they are not interested to resolve the Kashmir issue?
Personally, I do neither look to India nor to Pakistan for resolution, because it is Kashmir's dispute. Kashmiris know better how to resolve it. There are simple methods. Why don't we do that? For instance, we must strengthen democracy and express our ideas. Ideas have wings. But boys and even girls take stones sometimes. They have unrest in mind. And it will be wrong for India to go on, killing people in Kashmir. They should reach the minds of the people, young people, boys, girls, and see the unease in their mind and resolve it. Otherwise, they will also pay the price. Kashmir can never experience real peace. This time, the general and the para forces will establish peace. That will be temporary. This will never get resolved unless the unrest in minds is resolved.
Sir, right to self-determination, which is not a new thing, as the Kashmir is demanding for decades. Can we say it is a genuine demand?
My understanding is different. I am not Hurriyat. For me, self-determination as an expression should not be needed. It will create difficulty with India. And India will say you cannot exercise self-determination every time or every year. But you can say this is a dispute, Kashmir is a dispute, you resolve it. And what is the best method is by talking. Resolve it by talks.
Due to your long experience, you are the witness of the history of Jammu and Kashmir. So how you relate the 90s situation and current situation? Which one is more furious?
You see, ferocity is something else. Our boys and boys get killed. Any day in the morning you will see how many got killed. Just now I heard 5 people were killed. You see, they are lumped together and called terrorists. But I agree with the Jalan Galtung of Spain and here General Huda. He says, don't call them necessarily terrorists. You can say young men with unease in the mind and read that unease, understand that unease. You will have forward movement. Unless that is done, nothing will be achieved. People of Kashmir are angry, and anger is represented by the people who get killed in the ground and by this Hurriyat Conference and JRL. I accept JRL as a grouping that has been crying with the people of Kashmir in recent times, representing their anger. So, when I say talks, first of all you talk to JRL or Hurriyat. And
So,
that means it.
So sir, coming back to your political career, you are long since not active in state politics. Can we say you are fed up or you can on the retirement age? So, because as we memorize some time past, the JKPCC, which is known the Saifuddin says Congress, now you are isolated. Or can we say
No,
it is a trend just like the BJP did with their co-founders?
No.
Congress are doing now.
No, you have misunderstood me. completely. I am the most active, one of the most active politicians. Yesterday, the day before I met the governor, raised 35. See yesterday's papers, my statement.
But you cannot attend the party meetings.
Party, see, there is a time in the life of a person. I was 8 years here president. I was the only person so far from the Congress. Even Mir Qasim Saab was not the full member. In the history of the Congress and I am the first person who became member of the working committee, full-fledged member. No permanent invitee, no special invite. Understand? And Sayyid Mir Qasim told me those days that you need to be congratulated. You are the first among us to become member of, a full-fledged member of the working committee. I had not understood till then. Qasim Saab told me, all of us were permanent invitees, special invitees, you are the first. And somebody should go to the archives of Congress to understand who became the first full-fledged member of the working committee of Congress.
But what about the today's Congress? Are you satisfied?
No, I have no truck with the Congress because when J. Mir was appointed president, I was in full agreement with Sonia ji. I belong to Congress party in a broader way. Parnas Rahul Gandhi will call me for a discussion, I will go. Sonia ji will call me, I will go. Or anybody. As for here, I don't go because I had a role. Why should I poke my nose with them? I don't interfere at all. What they say. What I say on my behalf.
So what is the current situation of Congress in Kashmir?
And they must be doing good work, but I'm not, interested on daily basis who is doing what. That is not my job. I have my own day full of activity. I run a little office. I am very busy in my own way.
Kashmir as independent state, can it be possible?
No, see, because I don't look to independence in that frame. You see, even Musharraf told his generals, Kashmiri don't want to go to Pakistan, and independence is not possible. It is because, you see, from 50, as Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah said in the Constituent Assembly, people are not interested in the debates. My library has all the debates of the Constituent Assembly. That is my satisfaction. Here's the Kashmir section, which is very strong. So in debates, 5 November 1951, Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah told the Constituent Assembly, it was a verbatim speech. He was not guided by anybody. He said on his own volition what he wanted to say. He said we were independent from 15th August to 22nd of October when Pakistan attacked us, when the raiders came. From 15th August to 22nd October, we were free, independent. And that's our history. But Pakistan attacked us. And now he told members of the Constituent Assembly, do you know that we are surrounded by Pakistan, India, China, Russia? Russia is a little distant. Afghanistan was not even then a big country. But see, neither Pakistan, India, China, Russia, no country will accord sanction to Kashmir for independence. So, Sheikh Mohammed devised a situation to be independent within the Constitution of India through Delhi Agreement. But Delhi bungled. It is not Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah or National Council that bungled. It is Delhi bungling. They tampered with our internal autonomy. 370 now is a hollow thing. But we have, you see, together Kashmiris are telling Delhi 35A cannot be annulled. That will raise the question of accession with India. And it is not just Farooq Abdullah or Umar Abdullah. Every Kashmiri will say that. I recently, the day before, I explained the dimension of 35A to the governor. And I didn't mince words. I said, this is a, litmus test for Delhi. Let RSS, honorable way is that RSS should go to Supreme Court and withdraw that case.
Sir, current uprising of Kashmir. Today, youth, scholars, doctors, professionals are joining the insurgency. What's the reason of that?
Unease in the minds of Kashmiris, general run of Kashmiris. They are unhappy, they are angry.
Angry for whom?
Angry with Union of India.
And role of the state politics.
State politicians will do. See, one is electoral politics. National Conference, PDP, Congress, and the other groupings. It is an electoral politics. But people of Kashmir as a whole are not electoral politics. They are for resolution. Average Kashmiri wants resolution of the Kashmir dispute. And in a way, I have joined people of Kashmir.
Resettlement of the Kashmiri Pandits.
Why do you call it resettlement? Resettlement. Kashmiri Pandits, they are, you see, masters of the situation. We have together a very rich history of harmony. They must return, whosoever is in Jammu or, you say, Bombay or elsewhere. We are together in our history, so they must be they are most welcome, and they must come.
In their own places, or they are in colonies as they...
No, all of us must fight a battle. They settle wherever they like, in the same, you see, half marla or one marla land. It is theirs. And we have golden examples of how Kashmiri Muslims did not usurp their property.
So talk to Mujahideen, as you mentioned previously, that Abdul Majid Dar and Kamal Pandey who met. So is it possible today?
Dialogue is possible for everybody, even those who are with guns. You see, first of all, Union of India must realize Kashmir is a dispute and it can be resolved through talking. Talking with whom? Those who are angry. Who represents anger? The boys with guns and the boys, you see, and Hurriyat represented by JRL. Really, they have been expressing anger of Kashmir.
So my last question is Article 35A. Election would have to come. So can we say it's the political trend?
RSS and BJP, it's a sectarian group. I cast vote that time against BJP. They are anti-Muslim, they are anti-Dalit, they are anti-backward. They want uniform civil code. They want uniformity in everything. Uniformity is impossible because the Christian and the Parsi and the Sikh and the Muslim all will say we have our personal laws in our own, based in our religion, based in our faith. We can never accept uniform civil code. So RSS is wrong, BJP is wrong. It's a sectarian party, communal party. You must understand.
Thank you.
At one point of time, NC, you see, joined hands with BJP. Now PDP created a disaster by joining them. Average Kashmiri is right. He is settled in his mind that Kashmir is a dispute, it should be resolved through talking.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks. Thank you.